I'm Fred Taylor Jr. with Fast and Breaks Market, located at 1806 North 18th Street, Kansas City, Kansas. We've been in business about 40 years. My father introduced me to the business at a very young age. He got me my own store at 12 years old. So, he helped me out before he passed. I was 14 years old. My mom helped me out until I got out of school. I've been, like I said, I've been doing it for like 40 years here. You know what I'm saying? For like the neighborhood, it's changed over the years. I had to change over the years. When we first started, we wasn't doing, we got a grill in the back, so we do a lot of different types of food. But at first, we wasn't doing it. We just had mostly groceries back then. A lot of people cook, so we just doing groceries. Maybe cold cut sandwich. We got a large selection of cold cuts. So, that's what we started off with. But now, I had to transfer that over, several years ago into, more hot food and different things of that nature. People, I got to adapt to the situations, because times have changed, neighborhoods changed. So, I had to do what I had to do. So, now, it grew. A lot of people love our food. So, that's what we've been doing there for a while now. So, as far as like the neighborhood changes and things like that, it changed a lot. A lot of our people moved out the neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? But for the respect that I have of the neighborhood people, no matter where they go, they still come back. I had a guy this morning say, I can't wait for Grandview. They still, they still, respect me and, give me all kinds of stuff, good gracious, whatever you want to call it. They still love me. They still come back, support the neighborhood, support the store. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. And then, as far as other people moving the neighborhood, I done seen their kids grow up. Hispanics, whatever. They come. So, a lot of people support the store. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody, that supports me and, that comes down here and supports my store. So, like I said, 40 years. My father had business before that, so our family actually been in Kansas City over 60 years in business. Yeah, so, that's a long time. You know what I'm saying? My father helped a lot of people, and those people that he helped, they grew up, they still mention his name. They still come to me, tell me that your father did a lot for my family. He's been gone for over 30 years, and they still talk about him. So they just let you know what I respect this store and our family has in this neighborhood. So,
at one time, y'all had like 3 stores in this neighborhood, and what?
Actually 4.
4.
So our store on 13th Street and 7th Street had the grocery store and the liquor store, and we had a gas station next door. Yeah. And we had a club on Brown, in this store. So that. But I wanted to last, so yeah. I'm still here. I'm still standing. So So we're supporting the neighborhood, and able to maintain.
Yeah. Throughout the years, y'all employed a lot of people through this business. Y'all helped a lot of families.
And a lot of people. So I had a guy come about 3 months ago, Hispanic guy. He knew me. I didn't know him. He's like, man, you gave my first job. I was 13. I didn't even know that. So, until he told me the nickname I gave him, I'm like, hey. Now I knew. He bought his kids and his wife taking pity. He didn't live no more. I just came back from out of town to show my kids my first job. So, that meant a lot to me. Yeah. That, what I'm saying? He was 13, I was 15. So, I employed people at a young age. You know what I'm saying? But, give a lot of people their first start. So, that's good.
Can you tell us the importance you think of mentorship and trying to spread positive,
vibes? These kids out here don't have mentors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, these new kids, they stuck on video games and they don't want to listen. But times has changed. Times changed so much, we can look up tomorrow and be something different. Yeah. So, hey, it's a lot of stuff they got to deal with that we didn't have to deal with. So we got to make sure they know and understand the positive of being out. Actually, an entrepreneur, Rick. You got to really get out here and do your own thing.
Got to get it.
Because if not, they'll work you to death, and at the end of the year, they don't even need you no more. They on to the next. So, that it's cool even if you got a job, and you got another, like something you doing on the side.
It's great. I'm glad you said that.
That's what I told my son. Hey, you can have a store, or you don't have to have it. But one thing you're going to do is go to school, and I want you to have a trade, even though you do take over the store, have another trade, so you can do someone outside. You need certain incomes coming in. Things these days going up too much.
Residual income.
Yes,
right.
Things too high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have more than one job doing something. I don't know anybody working one job around here right now to try to survive. It's going to be impossible. So you got to be doing more than one thing. That's for sure.
That's interesting.
What obstacles did you have to face, like growing up your business?
As far as obstacles, like I said, man, my father introduced me. I was 5 years old. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, when you 5 growing up and then you get your own store at 12, it's kind of like the people's already there for you. It was already embedded. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I worked day to night. So when I got older, it didn't hurt me from getting up early in the morning, working all day and night. I was already used to it. You know what I'm saying? For obstacles concerned, I probably had a few. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at that young age, the drug epidemic came through. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I've seen that I shouldn't have seen at a young age, but I adapt to. You know what I'm saying? But for like the love of people, I really didn't have a problem with problems like that coming to me, but I seen it hit other people. Well, I can talk to them and like, hey, this is what you don't need to do. And, a lot of people, man, came to me like, hey, man, your advice is gonna help me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got out the streets and I got a job. Seeing you do this, I wanted my own thing. So, you know what I'm saying? They might not have fathers to do that. A lot of kids looked up to me like, hey, I want to do what he doing. If he doing this, he's not touching us, he's not doing this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids don't understand when kids see you, but they do.
They watch.
Yeah,
so I ain't gonna lie, we came up in 2 separate, paths in the hood, but you showed a lot of people that hustle on the real side, boy. And you started young.
Right.
And you stayed at it.
I seen a lot of people did take the route, but God helped them. They got out of it.
They got out of it.
And
they
still do some stuff.
Yes. I know you gave a lot of advice to people on business and stuff. A lot of when we was coming up, you would ask you questions about business. You always had up in hand. And you spread your love to your family.
Somebody want to know something, I'll tell them. I wasn't trying to hide nothing from them.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to open something like this. First thing I told them, like, you want something like this? It ain't like you open it up and you do what you do. Mm-hmm. This is what you do. You stuck doing. You can't go out there. One person, I told them they opened store in Missouri. Like, hey, they called me like, you was right. I closed my store there. I said, what happened? I can't be there all day because you got to be built.
Got to be.
Yeah. You ain't built to be in one spot and dedicate yourself to something like that. It's not going to work. Something like this, you got to be dedicated to do that.
Just like the traps.
Yeah. You can't sit there and just do what you want to do every time. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a way. Yeah. But I see a lot of young brothers out here now, they open up their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Proud of them. They doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do is employ your people. If you don't, ain't too many people going to it.
Oh my God, that's good advice.
You just got to work with it.
Work with your people. Yep. Build your circle back.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest problems, and I think in our neighborhood is our circle is just broken. We don't have a solid foundation on the circle. Right. Our money, our net economical basis undeveloped because our money flow is going everywhere. Mm-hmm. And back when we was coming up, everything stayed in a circle. Everything. We had businesses everywhere. I remember when I was coming up, they had, like when your dad and them had the stores and so they had tabs. Right. You could go into the store, when you were short. Every black store business owner had a tab, and you could go in there. They took care of the neighborhoods, and the neighborhoods took care of them. We don't have that.
People didn't go way out either.
No,
they stuck
right there in their hood. Yeah,
that stuff changed. Yeah, they left the neighborhood, so they lived there, but then they spent their money elsewhere, and you come back in. You got to support, like to support.
Got to support the circle.
Got to. Then it'll come back to you.
It'll come back.
Once we gone, they charge and do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
They just stuck doing it. Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have as black races, that we done lost all our foundation.
Yep, we don't really stick together like we should.
We don't stick together.
We stick together. We should do that circle. The money gonna stay.
I'll stay right there. It's gonna flow.
Prosper more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
I appreciate that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? That's it.
Yeah, man. You like to give out any shout-outs, any other businesses in here? Or,
Oh man, it's a lot of good stuff.
We built on love,
J-House
man.
Cleaner, man. Y'all need to go talk to J-House. Been in business just as long as I've been.
Okay.
Me and him grew up on the same block. We 3-4 years old coming up. We still best friends. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Gary Wilson, piece of man.
Yeah, we got Gary.
He's cool. Holy Smoke out there doing this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pooh out there with the Top Line Barbershop. He's doing his thing out there. There's a lot of people out there doing so. Even people that you don't see, they got their own trucking business and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what we
out there doing.
And y'all want them sandwiches, y'all know to come down here to Fast Fred's.
Yes, sir.
Them sandwiches better than Subway, anything.
Yep. Fresh meat.
Fresh meat. Appreciate it, man.